What's up, y'all? It's your girl Kay, back with your girl D, and today we are sharing some truth with y'all. We're drinking some truth serum and giving y'all the tea, literally, on why we quit our jobs.
Literally the tea. And this was not intentional.
No, it actually wasn't.
No.
It just kind of came to me just now.
That's crazy. Wow. We hope y'all, right now, it's Tuesday. So the week is still fairly new, but we still hope you all are having a blessed week. I think we are so far. And you know what? Give thanks for life. We are grateful every single day, regardless of the circumstances. We woke up, and that's all we can ask for, you know?
For real.
So,
for real.
Give thanks for life.
Yeah, I mean, every day is just like a new adventure for us because we're over here just playing the game by our own rules.
Russian roulette.
It's crazy. It is crazy. But
Kay will we have this unspoken game of refreshing our email, because every time we refresh it, something pops up, either a new client or a new gig or opportunity. So it's super frightening, but so fun at the same time, for me at least. Kay's oh, I don't know how you live like this, but I think she's getting used to being
it's getting easier.
Entrepreneur life. So well, this is a good way to segue into it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, before we get into spilling the tea on what led us to literally just
deuces, check it, not my deuces,
period. Don't forget to subscribe, y'all. Hit that subscribe button.
We're at 9:55, by the way. Wow. I check every
5
day.
more.
Yeah, so we're about to be at 960.
Wow. We love y'all.
That's crazy. 900, we always scale it like this. Imagine if there were 955 people right in front of us.
It's wild.
I know people aim for these big numbers, and of course everyone wants to get there, but even just having 10 subscribers is huge.
Yeah, we're just happy to be here, honestly.
Period.
Even if you know, just a few people watched our content and enjoyed it, it's all worth it.
Yeah, that one comment, just
it's cool.
Love your vibes.
I love it.
We're wow. Thank you, for taking time out of your day to really watch this video. So let's get into it.
Comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff.
All that good stuff.
All
That's good. So I don't know how you want to start this. Maybe we just go back and forth. I think Kay should start because she was the one to originally. No, actually, let's rewind. We both had this conversation at the same time about mixed feelings about one, the pace of our jobs, mental health, all of that. So maybe you can share a little bit about that conversation, and then we can kind of
for sure. So this was in 2022, where we both had jobs that we actually both really enjoyed full time. Full transparency, I really enjoyed what I was doing, and so did you.
Absolutely.
If you want to touch on what you were doing full time.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Similar to what I'm doing now. I still work for the organization. I'm always going to be a part of that organization. It's been part of my life for 7 years now. I've been there grassroots when it was just me and the founder and a couple of kids. So they will always have a place in my heart. So again, no ill will. It wasn't
None.
A sour breakup or anything. It was just
not for her anyway.
Period. That's it. No. I thought you meant it was just not for me at that time.
No. I'm just saying you were saying there's no bad blood at all, and there literally isn't.
No,
and I'm saying there isn't for her, but
have
for me,
2 different stories. But I also feel we have 2 different ways of thinking as well. So again, y'all, we want this video to be about a little story time, but I guess things that we wish we knew before quitting our jobs, and I guess tips and advice. So so just a little background. I loved what I was doing. I loved the organization, the people that I worked with,
and we still do.
We still work really closely with them. So there was no bad blood, nothing like that. But at that time, man, there for 7 years, I think it's my time to kind of branch off. When you're a caterpillar waiting to be like
out of the cocoon.
Period. And like now I'm just trying to spread my wings. So I just felt really like closed. Like, so yeah, it was just time for something new. So I think I came to you about like, hey babe, like this is how I'm feeling. I don't even feel like waking up and like attending these meetings and attending, like I'm ready to tap out. So and then
I feel like it was a lot of burnout for you too.
Yeah,
so
it was a lot. Aside from me being a basketball coach for this organization, I was also doing like administrative things. I was a social media coordinator, which people think that it's like you just tweet and post. Like maybe if I was just doing that and not coaching, I wouldn't feel the burnout so fast. But it was just so hard to like
juggle,
and it was just like two separate things.
And you're constantly pivoting.
My brain, it's just, it was so hard to anyways.
For me, I was managing a floral studio, and we handled all kinds of events, weddings mostly, corporate events, day-to-day arrangements, all fresh and silk floral. And I was so grateful when I got this job. Like, I just loved being in that environment. Like, floral wasn't new to me. I'd been doing floral for so long up until this point. It was really just nice to be like reintroduced back into it. And like basically the employer found my resume and approached me. I didn't even go looking for this job. They found me and I interviewed. I felt good about it. And as time went on, it just it wasn't giving what it was supposed to and what was originally sold to me. A dream was sold, and then it's like what you bought versus what you got,
But I also feel with like how Kay operates, like when she's passionate about something, like she puts everything into it. Like nothing else matters, just like making sure that she produces and makes the customer or the employer happy. Which is very, very toxic. And I think that also got to you a lot.
Bad.
So it was crazy because I remember there was a point in time when I think we were walking into our apartment, or we were in our apartment, and we were looking at each other. We're like, wow, like we just have like not our dream jobs, but like the best jobs right now for like our current living situations. Like we were so
proud of each other, proud of ourselves.
Yeah, we were making decent money. We were supporting each other, supporting ourselves, our families. Like everything was A1, but over time you started
to
the love
unveil
goggles,
itself.
The love goggles, So now we're like reaching December, and the organization goes on like a 3-week, 4-week break. So I had that time to really debrief, pray, journal. Like I have pages on pages, pros and cons, and that's a tip that I think you all should incorporate into your lifestyle or into your life if you are thinking about quitting your jobs. Like literally write down why you should stay and why you shouldn't, and see like if the pros outweigh the cons, and
just weigh it out.
Be honest, even if it's just like I have fun or the benefits or pension, whatever it is, like just write it down. So wrote it down. Clearly had an imbalance. I asked God for a sign, and my sign was blue flags. Like this might sound weird to people that are like not like spiritual, or like this has nothing to do with religion, just me being like close to Sky Daddy up there
and just tapped into the universe.
Tapped in. So I was like, hey God, like please, like if I'm making the right decision, well at the time I didn't know what I was going to do, but like if it's time for me to go, like show me like blue flags. And I think blue flags for me were like flags of freedom. Like like a red flag is like SOS, like alert, where a blue flag is like I feel like it's like freedom, you know. So that's why I chose Blue Flags. And then where were you at this time with your thought process? December.
I already was mentally tapped out. Like, so much stuff had unfolded in the last like 3 months leading up to that point. And like, keep in mind, prior to this, like, I had been brought onto the team like that year, you know, like in March or April. No, it was March. And it hadn't even been a year yet, you know? And I had been planning on staying there for at least 4 years, you know? Like, that was the plan. And as time went on, like, there were just so many unrealistic expectations. And I just was being emotionally abused to the point where I was like, I literally cannot do this anymore. I also had so many jobs outside of what I was doing at this company where I think God made it very abundantly clear that I didn't need the 9 to 5 because I was constantly juggling what I was doing as an independent artist and at this job. And I think I was just really afraid to take that leap of faith. Shout out to our girl Olivia, who had been talking to us so much prior to this point. She's, you know, a successful entrepreneur. We learned a lot about her and her process, and just, you know, as we got to know her. And she would always say, like, you know, jokingly, call me when you quit your job, you know. And it just became more and more abundantly clear, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But at that point, like, I was just like on the fence. I was on the fence because I was just so torn. I loved the work that I was doing, but I didn't like the company that I was with. So.
I mean, to not speak on like how you were feeling at the time, but watching Kay from afar and like asking her these hard questions. I'm an entrepreneur at heart. The 7 years I did work with the organization, I had a clothing line. I still did external gigs. I was coaching outside of the organization. I had clients, so I was in and out, right? So it was easier for me to make the transition out. But for Kay, who is like raised to like have that Filipino mindset, like loyalty to a job, like
keep that job. It's just that immigrant mentality, stability, you know. Like, count on that paycheck every 2 weeks, right? And like, this was also kind of the mindset within this company too.
This company would do things and say things that were immorally like wrong. Like, there was a point where I don't know what was wrong with my foot. I had like water in my foot. Like, I could not walk.
We didn't know if she had like tendonitis or
blood clots
or a torn ligament. I think it was a torn ligament. The doctor said.
It was so bad.
It was very painful.
That my mom had to even come and like help because Kay had to be at work and
I couldn't stay home and take care of her.
Like, this was going on like almost like a month. Well, maybe not a month, but like 2 weeks into it. And like, Kay was like, I have to come home and take care of you. And what did they say to you?
I got in trouble. They were like, why would you choose to take her to the hospital or go home when you know you need to be at work? Like, why would you choose work, or why would you choose anything over work?
Quote.
End quote. And that's not even like the worst stuff that was said to me. Like,
I literally, I wish you could say.
I know. Maybe I'll expose it. We'll see. But like, just like little things like that where like it was literally said to me, nothing is more important than work. And then when I pushed back respectfully, like actually my partner not being able to walk, being able to move, being severely injured after multiple, you know, trips to the doctor, hospital, all that stuff is more important than this check. I'm sorry. Like, like,
and you were there, like,
I was there every day.
Like every day you barely took any sick days.
I never even took a sick day up until that day. And this was in what, November or something?
It was bad. Kay was losing herself.
I was so stressed.
Yeah, she was stressed.
I was eating my feelings. I gained like 40 pounds.
Gained a lot of weight.
I gained a lot of weight because I was biting my tongue and eating my feelings at home.
Yeah. It was hard. It was a hard time.
So bad.
It was hard seeing. I mean, in the beginning, like I said, it was awesome. You know, of course, when you feed someone, you know, you love bomb them. You know,
I was love bombed for sure.
And then so now, sorry, going back, y'all. I know we keep going back and forth. December K was 1 foot in, 1 foot out, but like more in. I think you gave yourself till April.
Yeah.
And then you looked at me and you said, "Let's do it together." April. I said, "Okay, babe, we'll write it out to April." Happy New Year, boom. I go back to work like January 12th. And I'm in this meeting, and I have like a burning sensation. Like I feel sick to my stomach. I'm like listening, but like not listening, zoning out, like thinking about the things that I wrote down. And I'm like, this is not for me. And like right away I texted Kay, like, I'm going to quit. Like, I'm going to quit. And I think you said something along the lines of like, do what you gotta do. And it was scary because, full transparency, like I was making a little bit more money than Kay. And like I have bigger responsibilities in terms of like the household and stuff. And, you know, I want to take care of my woman, financially, myself, obviously, bills.
This was significant because like I wasn't making bad money either.
Yeah.
So it's like, and you were making more.
Yeah.
So we were doing well.
Yeah. But I knew with my skill set, and I knew that I also had other like money coming in as well. I knew I wouldn't just like cut a paycheck. Honestly, losing that job, the only thing that I like really cared about were like the benefits. The benefits, that's it. But it's just like you
needed a change of pace.
Yeah.
I think, you know,
it was time again to like spread my wings. No ill will. It's not bad.
None.
Organization, like everything about what they do is like the motto that like I currently stand by and live by in terms of how they operate within the community. So but yeah, so I don't know if I quit that day or maybe the next day or maybe it was the same day. And you know, I chucked up my deuces, put in my 2 weeks, and I was transitioning out. And you know, when you came home, we like tip and advice before quitting, obviously, like write down a plan, right? See how much funds you have in the account. You know, we set ourselves up for like, listen, if things go wrong for a whole year, we can support in each other and pay for the things that we need for a full year without us working, both of us, right? So I think that's why I was more confident and more inclined to quit. So
thankfully we had savings.
We had some savings. So boom, so I quit. Now we're in January, so I quit, let's say the first week or like second week of January. Okay, boom, now we're here with you.
Simultaneously, you know, at this time, I had just gotten a scholarship for my second fashion program, and to be able to like balance, you know, like a course load and then also like my mental health, I had gone down from like 5 days a week to 4 days a week. I had requested, even though I was doing like a manager role. And I also, as per my contract, when I got hired on, was due for a raise. I had been months past when I was contractually obligated for the raise, and had brought it up a few months later because, again, like management wasn't approachable at all. So I just kind of like was trying to just ride it out. But as soon as it was the top of the year, I said, okay, I'm gonna like approach them and like not like air my grievances, but like, you know, hey, what's going on with what you put on paper? Like, you owe me from what you proposed in the work proposal, right? So, and like, you know, also to be clear, I want to, you know, reinstate that I'm down to 4 days a week, but I'm still here full time, you know, all that good stuff. Because basically they would say jump and I would ask how high every single time.
It was bad. And I
time.
would be on these jobs. I was like a subcontractor. I would come to her weddings, and
she would come with me.
I would be the driver. I would pack up the van and stuff like that. So, and I'm only mentioning that because being at these jobs, one, I don't like. No offense to people that do this. No offense to you. And I tell Kay this all the time. Like
events.
This is like a job of full torture. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I don't know. Like hats off to people that do events. Hats off to people that are like wedding planners. Like hats off.
Brutal.
And I would like see Kay, and I would watch her, and I would pull her to the side, like, yo, why are you doing this?
She'd be like, are you okay?
This is not it.
Why do you keep just allowing them to just like take advantage of you? You know? And I'm just like, I'm passionate about my work. I made a commitment. I'm gonna see it through. Like that's how I am. I'm ride or die. Like always have been.
You couldn't pay me enough money to do that. And like aside from the people that you have to work with at the workplace, the bridezillas, the people on site that you have to deal with, like the racism. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there was a lot.
The list could go on.
There was so much that I endured.
It was just not an enjoyable job for me, at least, when I would be there with you.
Yeah, so I mean, on top of like, you know, doing the day-to-day like operations, I was doing, operations, managing staff, social media, like I was doing like so many things, and I'm like, hey, like I deserve this raise, essentially. You also told me that I was gonna get it. Then, it was said to me that, basically because I had asked for 1 day less.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, you're not full-time anymore.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You don't get the raise. Like you're not even doing a good job, so it's like, why would we give you this raise?
I remember them saying that.
Just like, honestly, just so many excuses that were like lies. Like it was so sad. It honestly broke my heart because I was like, for a fact that that's a lie. That's a damn lie, because I put my heart and my soul into working at this company like it was my own, and it still got like spat in the face. Like it was so disrespectful, where the conversation was like, well, obviously we don't see eye to eye, we're gonna see how this goes moving forward. I said, oh no, I quit effective immediately. Like, consider right now our talk 2 weeks, I'm out. And they didn't see that coming, and that definitely threw everyone for a loop. It was just so toxic, and I will say with my full chest, zero regrets leaving. I've never looked back, and leaving that toxic place was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life.
Yeah.
And I don't regret it for a second. I honest to God wish them luck.
God bless. Man.
God bless, for real. Like
you obviously, you wanna, for like namesake, and obviously we don't want to expose everything, but the things that they said upon exit and prior to exit were insane. And like, not only to you, to other people,
the abuse,
the things that they were doing, like it's just like, I on like you said, like we wish them best, and the people that are currently still there and the people that you formed a bond with are amazing people, so of course we want them to thrive. And I know it's just hard being in that type of space, because some people they don't have the luxury of just like
picking up and leaving,
So honestly wish them the best, because some people that are there that are employed are really great people, so
talented,
very
brilliant.
The vision was there. Like, y'all were making beautiful things for people, but the foundation was shaky. So you don't treat people like that.
The morals were not there.
Yeah. So boom, Kay, and prior to her quitting, she's like, I think you were having the same feeling.
I could feel it. I don't know how to explain it. Like,
I can't explain it either.
I swear I could almost hear like God's voice in my head.
Get up now.
No, literally saying, leave.
Go.
Leave. Over and over again. Leave.
Swear on everything.
Get out. Leave. Like, to the point where like it was starting to drive me crazy. Like, I couldn't. Everything, like every cell in my body was screaming, get out. Like I was in get out.
She texted me. She's like, I'm gonna do it. I said,
I'm quitting right now.
I said in caps something like, let's go. Like, I'm ready.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah, prior to this though, you know how yours was blue flags? Mine was hockey sticks. Just before this whole I quit conversation where they were being gaslighty, we were at Yonge and Dundas, and I was like, okay, if I see hockey sticks randomly, I'll know it's time for me to leave. That's my sign from the universe. I just pick something random. I have no connection to hockey, y'all, other than I'm Canadian. That's it. So we're at Yonge and Dundas, and we're at a stoplight.
Yeah.
And there's just randomly this guy on his bike in front of us at the stoplight, holding a hockey stick in his left hand and his hand on the handlebar.
Riding around.
Just riding around downtown like this. Yeah. And I'm like, D, do you see this man just holding his hockey stick on a bike?
Yeah.
And we just looked at each other and it was like eerie.
Yeah.
And then there was this commercial that had hockey sticks that would not stop playing.
Yeah. But it was so like weird. It wasn't like someone playing hockey. It was like a dentist. It was like a weird.
It wasn't even a hockey advertisement.
Nothing.
Man,
no,
it was creepy.
Crazy.
So I'm like, okay, God is like telling me it's okay.
Crazy.
Just do it.
With my blue flags, I remember driving to Ball, and there was like a construction site, and they like placed like blue flags around like this don't enter territory, and they were really small. Like you could miss them if you like were driving too fast. And it was like a back road, so I'm driving 40, and I look. I see this little blue flag going crazy in the wind. Yeah. And then there was a blue flag outside, remember?
Yeah.
Like right outside.
Yeah. So we just kept seeing the signs that we had asked the universe for just to give us that confirmation. And everywhere I went, there were hockey sticks. Like, it was too much.
Yeah.
It was undeniable.
The man on the bike, it wasn't like the hockey stick was like attached to his bag.
He was holding it like this and his hand on the bike like this. Right in front of our car. Like, his back wheel was like almost touching the car. Yeah, and we're just like, no way.
Move, guy.
No way.
Get out of here.
So yeah, I just couldn't deny the feeling anymore, and I said it with my chest.
Yeah. And then you said, come pick me up. I said, I'm on my way, baby.
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
And I left. I left right then and there. I left.
But I know things can't be said, obviously, but the things that they told my girlfriend when she left that place, all I can say is, I'm like, I don't know about Kay, because Kay is more of a, I'll be praying for y'all, because like, y'all just keep lying on my baby's head top, and it's crazy. Just like, hold your L and humbly just say, yo, thank you for your services. It was an honor, and boom, boom, boom. You gave your heart and soul to this organization.
I did.
And for them to say the things that they said, listen, that's,
even to my face, behind my back, it was all coming back to me after. And like, I was so unfazed.
Yeah.
I was so unfazed.
So now we're at the point where we have now both quit our jobs. We came in here, we sat on this couch.
One clean cut, one
jagged cut, shaky
but like a clean break.
Yeah. So now we're on the couch and we're looking at each other. We're like, yo, we got this. And I was like on the hunt, not for a full-time job, but like for like, gigs that I can do here and there. I now in my head wanted to just be like a facilitator. Like, you bring me into your organization, I give you my fees and you match. Like, I'm not working an hourly rate. And I found like a gig commercial. We did our UGG shoot. Like, things were just
yeah. The next month after we quit our jobs, we got our first campaign together with UGG.
Yeah, I did my Foot Locker. We did like, yo, things were just
flying in.
Okay, like she did some cold pitches. Boom, another tip and advice. Listen, y'all, if you want to be an entrepreneur, obviously find your niche. You can obviously explain what you do, but don't expect companies to hit you up. Like you have to do the groundwork. You gotta be humble
and plant seeds.
You gotta realize that not many people know your name or what you do, and you gotta put yourself out there. So yeah, and maybe now you can kind of jump into it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, like I mentioned, thank goodness, like not all of my eggs were in one basket. Thank God. Yeah. You know, I already was an independent artist.
She was being approached a lot.
I already was like turning down jobs because I had to juggle this 9 to 5.
The company that she worked with said that Kay was a threat and was competition because Kay was
how good I am.
Kay was doing some big stuff. And the crazy thing is Kay would put them on.
I brought them clients. I put money in their pocket.
It would be like a collaborative thing. Hey, I will do this work for you, but I will get the flowers from this place. Or I will, so many things.
I know. All I can say is, y'all, not everyone will have the same heart as you, but that doesn't mean you need to move like them, okay? Yeah. Do everything with integrity. Always. Do everything with love. Because at the end of the day, what is that that saying? The Bob Marley one?
Who job bless, no man curse.
Period. Like, if it's from God, no one can take it away from you. So it's like, if you move with that same intention and that same energy, where you move with love and nothing but good intentions.
That's good.
I was not down at all. Mm-hmm. I didn't miss anything. Like, I didn't miss like sleep. I didn't miss like funds. Nothing. Like, I was booked and busy. Okay.
You made triple. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both made money that like we would have never seen if we stayed with our jobs. And it's scary because, again, we're thinking about stability. I'm thinking about like, will I get similar opportunities? You know, the company that I used to work with is extremely connected, you know? And I'm like, bro, I can do this.
You're capable.
I'm capable, and like I'm friends with the connections that, you know what I'm saying? It's like I have these people in my phone, like we're associates. So it's like, you know, and I think you again too, it's just like, you know, it's all
like energy, y'all.
Like I really had to sit down with Kay and be like, listen, I'm just putting out a number there. This is not the number that we make, but like, let's say $18, like, people are working for 1 hour, a whole hour to make $18.
Right.
To make $18.
Right.
Like, that to me is like a shot to the head. Like, that is so absurd. Like, I don't understand how like the economy can control us in a way where like now that we're like not a part of the matrix, like, we look at all these people getting ready to go to work to work a whole 9 hours or 8 hours to make maybe $150 for the day. Mm-hmm. That's their whole day.
Yeah.
Then we'll have to come home at 5, cook dinner, shower,
laundry,
get whatever they can get done in like the next 5 hours, because they have to wind down and get ready to go back to work at 8. That is crazy.
And we know it's crazy because we were doing it every single day.
But for me personally, like, I'm an entrepreneur by heart. Since I was young, from when I was working at 15 years old at the gym, you know, I was selling my sneakers, I was flipping, I was selling PS3s. I was always trying to do something. In high school, I was selling bus tickets, freezies, juice boxes. Like, I was always on top of my game, but as an adult now, I was like, listen, like, we cannot, like, no.
I did have some experience, you know, with like some side hustles, even though I was, you know, typically like a 9 to 5 girly. That's how I've been raised. Starting, you know, my own wardrobe styling, that was awesome. Also being like a licensed esthetician, doing lashes and microblading, that was my own money and side hustle. Like, you know, I wasn't completely new. I also had a lot of like experience running other people's businesses, like so many businesses.
Yeah.
And so I had a working understanding of, you know, what it looked like operationally, from sales to customer service to inventory. I understood everything. But to do it yourself is like a whole different beast.
Yeah.
So
I think we're like extremely, and I know not everyone has this privilege or opportunity, but like just being born in a country where we have so many resources accessible to us. You know, if we want to start a business, we can get a business loan. You know, try to, you got to put in the time and the effort to write a proposal, but like it's there, you know, and you know, even if that's too much, you can just get a bank loan, you know, which obviously there's risk and reward, but you gotta, you know, my final advice is like literally just do it. Put your mind to it, write down what you want to do, figure out your niche, figure out your marketing plan, and just do it, you know. And sometimes like you just getting started may not cost a lot of money. You will have to put maybe a little money into promoting whatever it is, but like if you fail, at least you tried. At least you could say, you know what, I tried my best. And you don't even have to quit your job at this time. You know what I'm saying?
Because we understand it takes money to make money.
Absolutely. So like I wouldn't say go like cold turkey, peace out and start a business. Like I was doing basketball for a very long time. You were running, you know, New Gift for at that time a year, 2 years now, right? So
yeah, it'd already been like 3 years. I was just terrified. Like I'd never like not had a regular paycheck coming in.
Kay, I feel like Kay, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, like, and I tell you this, you've heard this before, like, Kay has to see things in front of her for it to, like, not make sense, but for it to be clear. And I understand that, like, I'm more of a visionary, where, like, I can, like, I feel like the mind is so powerful. If you believe it, you can achieve it, you know? Where, like, I'm not saying you're not like that, but you're more, like more standoffish because like bro,
it was new.
It's like
it's weird.
I don't understand, you know, like and I'm like, hey, like once you close that door, I'm telling you, you'll have to put in the work. You're not gonna just like be at home, pick up, like, you know, but now you get to wake up at your own time, set your own rules, and do whatever the hell you want on your own time. And it's like time is like literally like the greatest reward. Like time is currency. I can't even explain it. It's like to have freedom and time is to have life. Like
I got my soul back. Like I used to be at this job every single day. We did events like every week, and I would be in the car. We'd be driving to an event, right? Some kind of delivery, drop off, setup, whatever. And I would see people just walking on the street, living their lives, and I used to literally feel jealous. Like, wow, I wonder what they do for a living, that they just get to be like leisurely walking around on a Tuesday afternoon. That's how much of a prisoner I felt.
Yeah.
Where
we had no weekends.
We had nothing.
Yeah, I would work with her on the weekends.
Yeah, like I literally had no time.
Where we'd sleep in the van, or like we'd come here, sleep for an hour, have to go do 2 a.m. pickups, be back at 5 a.m.
Yeah. And I also had like, I would come home and continue to work, because if stuff wasn't done for the next day, or like my boss was up earlier than everyone else and it wasn't done, you know, it would be
guns are blazing,
a shitstorm, you know? So Diva's like, yo, you're not even getting paid for the work you're doing right now. Like, close the laptop, stop, you know? And where now it's like when I stay up until 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 a.m., when I pull all-nighters, it's all for me. All of my like experience, everything is for the pure benefit of us. The money that I make, the time that I invest, all comes directly to me. I don't get a cut. Everything goes straight into my bank account. Like I'm able to take photos of all this new work and put it straight into my portfolio on my website. Like it's so night and day. I wake up when my eyes open, unless I have a meeting. Or I set my alarm for something intentionally.
Today we woke up at like I mean, you had a meeting
I had
at
a
11,
meeting,
but still, you know what I'm saying? I woke up at like 1.
we get to stay in
I
bed,
was playing video games on my phone.
and talk and like laugh and
have midday
stretch.
lunches.
Like we
Gym.
just like spend quality time with each other, and like this has just always been a dream. I've always dreamt of this kind of freedom, and I never thought that I'd have it so soon.
Freedom is the end goal, and we still work long hours,
really hard.
I you know, and this is like obviously luxury. For the whole week, I work about 16 hours for the week. That used to be more than 40, because again, my work would have me up and I wouldn't get paid. I would be up till 1 a.m. sometimes doing some social media things, prepping for the next day, not getting paid. But I work maybe 2 hours for the day, and that's it.
They're hard hours though.
Hard hours,
because it's all your work,
but making triple the amount, and I say that wholeheartedly.
She hacked the system.
I hacked the system, and I love what I do. I just know my worth, you know. So
and now you do things on your own terms, and like you started your own foundation, and like you started your own. Well, it's a program, you know, and you're able to like spread the love, spread the wealth. And it's been like so beautiful to watch you grow. You know, we've even like combined our practices and, you know, do different things. Yeah, we've touched schools, we've touched like, it's just crazy, y'all. That leap of faith. But all I can say is like, you have to pray about it. You have to meditate on it. You have to, because this is, like every single day feels like a leap of faith. Every single day. You now go from like that complacent feeling of like, okay, well, I'm going to have a paycheck in 2 weeks. I'll be good, to literal like feeling like you're on Survivor. Like you're in survival mode. Some
months are super healthy, and some months, like full transparency, like there was a month where I made money, but I didn't make like a lot of money, the money that I'm used to making, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do, you know? But the good thing about being your own boss is, you know, you gotta figure it out, and you can, you know, pull in your resources. If you want to make $100 today, you can. If you want to make $1,000 tomorrow, you can. You just gotta figure it out and hustle, right? But I think we should save another video for tips and advice on how to be an entrepreneur. We don't have all the answers and all the tips and advice. Again, this is coming from our experience. You know, doing like what you did with the lashes and New Gift and styling, me being a fashion designer with FNTO. Now I have foundation, being a freelance coach. We can come and gather some notes and tell y'all what we've done so far to ensure our success, and just continue to grow in our practices. So stay tuned for that. Let us know if you want to hear that, because I can talk about that all day. I'm so passionate about it. I want everyone to be their own bosses. I think it's the way to go. Like I just hate seeing my kings and queens just like super
so stressed.
And I get it. Like some 9-to-5s, if that's for you, that's for you. There's nothing wrong with it. Like
100%.
Nothing wrong with it. But just for people like us and maybe some other people, it's not for them. And
maybe just like even having a side hustle while you have your 9-to-5.
Exactly.
And that's okay too. Finding that balance, right?
So like again, if y'all want to see that video, we're gonna make it regardless. It's coming soon, and it's gonna be a really great video. But I think we should end it here. And I think honestly, like replaying it and hearing it, like I want to say, like I'm extremely proud of you. Like our office is again to the left, and it's like a hot mess.
It's a hot mess,
but it's a beautiful mess. And like I'm just so happy that I'm doing this journey with you, and I get to see you create things that you absolutely love. And these things are beautiful, y'all. Like I look at her and I'm like, you are. What's Kanye's song? A Beautiful Disaster. Like what? Or his album?
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Oh, that's how it is. It's like it's so like
genius.
Yeah, it's just like a mixture of like she'll come like, bro. There's a tree.
I know there's a literal tree.
There's a tree in our like, y'all. I can go on and on.
I know there's a lot. I'm proud of you too. I'm sweaty. I'm so proud of you. You literally took lemons and you made the most delicious lemonade. Like you did it.
Still squeezing, y'all.
But the
Still
thing is,
squeezing.
it's like now you and I are both, you know, a year later, and so happy. All right, y'all. Well, thank you for tuning into this video. Let us know what you thought. Let us know what you took away from it. And let us know if you want a second video where we can talk a little bit more about this. But yeah, until the next one, stay safe, be blessed, drink your water, and
mind your business.
Peace out, y'all.